Okay, so welcome back to the channel. So I've just got back from work. I'm going to be taking you through my I can't say it now, dynamic effort upper body session. So we've got a little bit of axle clean and press, and then we're going to go into the floor press and stuff, but I'll show you all in 2 minutes. So just about to eat my pre-workout quickly, and then we're going to head straight there. So 3, 2, 1. Yo guys, so we are starting off with some axle clean and press. Nice and easy warm up at 50 kilos. What I'm going to be doing today is got 6 sets of 2 reps. So first set that we're going to be starting off with is at 80 kilos. I had a weight range of 80 to 85 kilos, and basically slapped on 80 kilos to see how the first set went. And to be honest, the first set did go quite well. As you know, or if you followed me for quite a while on Instagram, you'll know that pressing is like one of my weakest events. So I really like to just get a feel for the warm-ups, and that sort of dictates how the rest of the session normally goes with axle clean and pressing. So like I say, 80 kilo moved nicely, the clean felt good, and the pressing felt pretty strong as well. I am still dusting off the cobwebs with the push press, so that's something that I'm going to be really trying to nail down for the rest of 2026. Just getting really strong at that push press variation. So then we went into the first set of 85 kilograms. I did a stupid mistake and forgot to put my wrist wraps on this one, which is pretty funny. And I only realised after looking back at this video that I forgot to put them on. I didn't even realise during the session, which is quite funny. But like I say, 85 kilos, moved well. So this second set, first set of 85 kilos, and then went into the next set as well. Main thing that I'm going to be focusing on is trying to build a lot of size within my shoulders, my triceps, and a little bit of my upper back and chest as well over this like sort of 2026 period. Going into England's Natural Strongest Man next year, I want to be in a position where I can get, basically I want to be like close to that like sort of 130 kilogram sort of mark on the pressing variation, which may come in time for that, or at least be at the 115 kilo, because I'd have made up a lot of points if I'd have got at least 1 rep on that 115 kilo axle press compared to this year's like results and stuff. So yeah, that's the main focus with the just the pressing in general, just add a bit more size, and then also just really perfect the push press technique. So this is going to be one of the last sets on the axle clean and press. I did actually hit my collarbone really hard on the axle as I cleaned it up on one of these reps, which caused me a little bit of discomfort during the session. But then we go into floor press. This is going to be a superset, so it's floor press with the axle bar, going into some banded face pulls into Y raises to target that upper back. So warm up felt good, so we then slapped 85 kilos on for the floor press, and then jumped straight up, and like I say, got into the banded face pull straight into a Y raise. So this exercise, like I say, fires up the upper back, the traps, really good, and it's sort of mimicking with a Y raise, like pressing up but having a force pulling the opposite way, well, a different direction to what you normally do anyway with you pressing. So really good at lighting up the upper back and getting the stabilizers like your trap free and everything really working and fired up. And then the floor press is really good at just overloading the triceps more than anything else. Like I said, triceps is like one of the biggest areas. I think strong men do lack weakness. I understand technique goes a long way, but also you need to have strong triceps so that if your technique does go a little bit here, there and everywhere, like it can do during like a high rep event or during a rep event in a competition, at least you've got strong triceps to sort of like fall back on and bail you out of a poor dip or anything like that within the like push press. So main focus overall with pressing in 2026 is just to improve that. So like I said, these moved really well. To be quite honest with you, I was a little bit fried, so this was going to be my last week on it, but me and my coach Josh, I've had a a quick discussion and said that we're going to go for like 95 kilos next week. Just because I think if I wasn't feeling as beat up as what I did do during this session and the previous session, I probably would have gone 95 plus. And then we move into some plate rows. So 80 kilos, these are really, really good, and hopefully I'm going to carry over into sandbags nicely. So I did 3 sets of 15 reps on this, and the aim is to basically, I don't have access to a sandbag, so I'm trying to replicate sandbags, like rowing them up, so we're actually getting the lats engaged and the posterior chain working during like the row variation on the like on a sandbag as you would, instead of just using pure biceps. So hopefully these are going to transfer over nicely, and then we're going into some bare hand axle rows. So we're going an AMRAP on this, 85 kilos. Did manage 8 reps on this. This is more just to test the grip, keep the grip pretty honest, to be honest. I probably could have rowed more, but the axle bar felt like it was just falling out my hands at that point. I was struggling to hold on to it, and then we did another set, ended up getting 7 reps, which shocked myself a little bit. I didn't think my grip would hold out that much, but yeah, really good row variation to just keep the grip. Especially grip training when you don't have like access to a farmers or anything, that's a really good row variation. And then we're going to finish off with some overhead rope extensions, getting a little bit of tricep work in there to finish the session off with. So we ended up doing 3 sets of 20 reps, I believe, or 3 sets of 15. I cannot remember off the top of my head right this second, but yeah. Okay, so that's my DE upper session done and dusted. To be quite honest with you, overall I am quite happy. Obviously been pressing 2 days in a row, so feeling it a little bit, and to be quite honest with you, I don't think my CNS is completely recovered still after England's, because it was very intense prep, very intense competition. I still think I'm a little bit fried from that, so overall I think this week it's caught up with me, like the CNS being a little bit fried. So to be quite honest, overall I am happy with how this session went, mainly because I wasn't too sure overall how it went. So like I said on the video, the axle clean and press, good. Collarbone is feeling it a little bit from when it basically full on twatted my my collarbone on the last set, but apart from that, that felt decent, moved well. It felt heavy, but moved well. That's part of the CNS. Being a little bit fried, everything just feeling a little bit heavier than what it should do. I am currently cutting my potatoes up for my tea. So yeah, floor press, I'm happy, really, really happy actually with how that moved, because that, I put 85 on, obviously. To be quite honest, I probably had 90 in there on a different day. So happy with that, and I'll probably try and get 90 or plus 90, maybe go 90 to 95 next week, and then onto the plate rows, of course, 80 kilos, 3 times 15 reps. To be quite honest with you, I'm shocked. I'm hoping these transfer over nicely. I've been speaking to my coach Josh about them, and we are pretty confident that they're going to transfer over into sandbags quite nicely into like the pickup strength with like the lats, and making sure that we're not just using full biceps or anything like that. Getting used to that rowing variation hinged over with like an implement that's very similar to the sandbags. Just annoying that there's no sandbags actually at the gym that I currently train at. So again, super happy with them. The amount of volume that I got on there, happy with that. And then ended with some barbell rows, bare hand on the axle. Again, that's to help transfer over the pickup on the axle. So as we get into the clean, so picking up, coming up to the belt, we're getting that grip strength, but we're also getting the lats involved with that as well. So that's going to be nice and strong come comp day. I am going to be running through the next competition. That's going to be one of the next videos that I'm going to put out, so I can give you like a full breakdown on the events, what I'm going to hopefully aim for. And then finally we ended with some bit of like fluff tricep work just over the overhead rows. Nothing much to say about them, just standard sort of accessories, to be quite honest with you. So overall, really good session. So what is to come next? So like I say, one of the next videos that's going to be coming out is definitely going to be me talking about the next competition, which is Morley's Strongest Man. I am in the inters category, but I've been pondering and I'm not too sure whether to just throw myself in at the opens category and see how I get on. Obviously, it's only a 4-event session. In fact, I might as well just talk about it now, won't I? So it's a 4-event session. It's in the inters, it's going to be 100 kilo axle clean and press for reps, 230 axle deadlifts for reps, a 260 yoke, 40 meters, 20 meter drop and turn, and then 110 sandbag for reps over a yoke to finish off with. So a pretty box standard comp, nothing too like special in there or anything like that. But the opens weights is 270 on the deadlift, the axle deadlift, 120 on the axle clean and press, which I'm going to be, if I do jump up to the opens, I am going to zero that. I can tell you that right now. I am not at that level to be pressing that, even in perfect conditions with a perfect warm-up and everything, never mind comp conditions. So then 320 yoke, which the way I've like walked around with 240 in recent weeks, if you didn't see my latest Instagram video, it was 240 kilos for 10 meters, 6 seconds it took me, so nice and fast. And then 130 kilo sandbag, so I'm still in two minds, and like I said, I'll probably let you know at some point on the next video, okay? And Christy's just got in from the shop.
Oh, sorry.
And yeah.
I thought you was listening to yourself, not talking to yourself.
I like to talk to myself, don't I? So yeah, make sure you like and subscribe for more updates and more advice on everything Strongman.